Hello everyone, welcome to Creative Learners. This is Aditi speaking, and today we are going to do a major chapter in English grammar. First of all, those who are new to my channel, welcome to Creative Learners once again, and please do subscribe the channel because it is going to help you in the future. So let's come back to our lesson. Today we are going to do voice change. So we know that voice change is such a chapter that is going to help the secondary students, the higher secondary students, and the students who are preparing themselves for the competitive exams. So without wasting a single minute, let's go to the chapter. But let me tell you that as we know that voice change is a vast chapter, I may take 3 or 4 lectures to complete the whole session. But what I'll do is I have divided the lectures into various halves. Today we will only focus on the tense part, how we can do voice change using the tenses. So moreover, we are not taking all the tenses at once, but we will be taking few of them. We will be going very slowly, okay? So let's go to the next part. So here am I. We all know what is voice change. It's a form of verb, right? A form of verb that acts with the subject and the verb. Okay. I have written a form of verb that shows if the subject acts or it is acted upon. Acted upon what? Acted upon object. So subject and object, very important in voice change, because we will see in this particular lecture that the subject, verb and object are the sole purpose of doing voice change. So we know that typically voice change is of 2 parts, active voice and the passive voice. But as I told you that I have divided the chapter, the lectures into various halves. Today I am going to focus on tenses. Among all the tenses, we will only focus on the simple form, like the simple present, simple past and the simple future. And then we will slowly do the other parts also. So let's start. So here the first example is I read novel. So it is in simple present. We all know that read is such a verb that comes in simple present as well as simple past, but the pronunciation of simple past will be read. But I am speaking I read novel. We all know that in voice change, the subject in the active voice becomes the object in the passive voice. Okay, let me repeat once. Subject in the active voice becomes the object in the passive voice. Again, object in the active voice becomes the subject in the passive voice. Now look at the arrows I have given. I read novel. So novel is the object in the active voice. So it becomes the subject in the passive voice. See, read. This read is in present form and this novel is singular. If I write the novel into novels, then it's plural. In case of plural, we are going to use are in simple present, and in simple present, if it is in singular, then we will use is. So novel is. Why is? It is a be verb. We always have to remember that we will use be verb. Okay. So be verb am is are plus the past participle form of the verb given is the main formula of the voice change. So let's look at it. Novel is the be verb. Read, why? Because we know the past participle of read is read only. or though it's pronounced as read. Novel is read by me. By why? Because it's a preposition, and we always know that in voice change, preposition, the role of preposition is major, mandatory. Okay. So this is how we will solve simple present form of the voice change. Let's move into simple past. See, in simple past, I have changed the example. She wrote a novel. Again, I stick to the novel part because I love it actually. Okay, she wrote a novel. See here, I again repeated that subject in the active becomes object in the passive. Object in the active comes first in the passive voice as subjects. Same thing, a novel, as the wrote is a past form, simple past form. So I wrote was, because we know that the past form of be verb is was. So a novel was, now wrote. What is the past participle form of wrote? It's write, wrote, written. So I have written. A novel was written by her. Okay, this is all about simple past tense. Now let's move into our next part, that is simple future. In this simple future, I have taken one interesting example. I'll teach you English. Though I am teaching you, but still. See, in this example, I will teach you English. Now, there are two objects, you and English. We have to use them slowly, steadily. Okay, let's see. I will teach you. Now, if I do not take this part, if I take only I will teach you part, we can take it. Then what will be the answer? You will be taught. Now you ask that how be is coming. We know that in future be verb sits as be, the word be itself. So I will teach you English. If I do the voice change of I will teach you, the answer will come, you will be taught by me. Obviously you will be taught by me. But wait. Here in the sentence we have English as another object. So what will we do? We can do is you will be taught, after verb we are placing English. Okay. And then we are placing the I. Why am I doing so? Again the same rule. Subject in the active became the object in the passive. We cannot write you will be taught by me English. Very wrong. Very wrong thing. You cannot do it. But even if you are doing so, do not do it. Okay. So next portion. Another way we can also do, that is I will teach you English. You can write English will be taught to you by me. Again see there the subject in the active became the object in the passive. This will remain constant. Okay. So, but in most of the cases, in most of the schools, most of the higher schools, most of the competitive exams, the answers, they take this answer, the blue highlighted answer. You will be taught English by me. So hope you understand this session. I tried to make it colorful. I don't know how much I am successful, but let's hope that you have understood this session. Wait for the next session. In my next session, I will be coming up of various other tenses of voice change, and I'll tell, please like the video, share it among your friends, and subscribe the channel. Do not forget to press the bell icon, please. Thank you. Have a nice day.